Fluid dynamics is a key element in the design of aircraft and automobiles. That's because how objects interact with fluids, whether air or water, determines their efficiency both in terms of speed and energy consumption. In recent times, fluid dynamics has also become indispensable to many sports disciplines. Today I am at the Research and Development Facility of EDF to meet Baptiste Bolon of Ecole des Ponts ParisTech. Baptiste is studying the impact of fluid dynamics on swimmers. Thank you, Baptiste, for your time. What does your study consist of?
My study is looking at an aspect of fluid dynamics called drafting. Drafting can be defined as to benefit from the wake of another athlete. Drafting is a well-known phenomenon in various sports, such as cycling or Formula One. But what makes it specific in swimming is that athletes are at the interface between air and water. In our study, we focus on open water swimming, and we study what we call the inline swimming, when swimmers are behind each other, and side-by-side swimming, when one swimmer is trying to pass an opponent.
What are your study's findings?
So for inline swimming, when one swimmer is behind another, we find that for the lead swimmer, the swimmer in front, his drag is reduced up to 15% when he is closely followed by another swimmer. When the distance between the two swimmers increases, this reduction disappears. For the draft swimmer, the following swimmer, when he closely follows a leader, his drag is reduced up to 40%, and this reduction decreases as the distance between swimmers increases. Then for side-by-side swimming, when one swimmer tries to pass another one, we found two interesting configurations. When the two swimmers are perfectly side-by-side, that is to say, when their heads are at the same level, their drag is increased by 25%. However, when one swimmer is at the hip of his neighbor, his drag is reduced by 30%.
What is the experimental setup here?
Our setup is an open water channel. It is 20 meters long and 2 meters wide. We work with a water height of 30 centimeters. Our scale models are 40 centimeters long, and we measure their drag force thanks to force sensors.
Can Olympic swimmers benefit from your study's findings?
So firstly, the goal of our study was to confirm the feelings of the swimmers during competitions. They feel that there were advantageous and disadvantageous configurations during the race. So we were able to put numbers on their feelings and to prove that there were indeed some configurations allowing them to have a reduced drag. Then we highlight some configuration that athletes should use to save their energy during a race. For example, following a leader or being at the hip of another swimmer. Moreover, thanks to those results of drag measurements, we were able to find an optimal way to pass an opponent during a race.